We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, it is time for this. And of course, this is the Chilimancer Lava Puff Challenge. And I'll get into the rules in a second and a brief discussion of sort of the stuff around this challenge, which my buddy Donnie, the Chilimancer, came up with. Definitely follow that guy because he is one of the most inventive chili head creators in this space, bar none. I love watching his stuff. He comes up with some really cool stuff. Do yourself a favor, head on over to Donnie the Chilimancer's channel. There is a link. I think I did that right. There's a link to his channel in the description. Go give him some love. Check him out. He's doing some wildly creative stuff. All right, so this particular wildly creative thing, this Lava Puff Challenge, has some rules, and let's go over those real quick. The rules are that you take some chili puffs, some cheese puffs, and you dip 5 of them into a Superhot sauce. Eat them one at a time, not stuffing all 5 into your mouth at once. And then you wait 3 minutes for an afterburn. But I'm going to modify it just a teensy tiny bit, and you'll see why. So before we get into this, the first thing I want to do was to talk a little bit about what is a Superhot. So I don't want to speak for all chili heads, but for most chili heads, the Superhots start at 1 million Scoville, which means ghost pepper and higher. You could make a case, I feel, maybe. You could make an argument for the Red Savina habaneros. I don't think I would agree if you did, but you could make that case. That one, I think it's upwards of 800,000. For the most part, it is ghost and higher. So what does that mean? That means things like ghost peppers, scorpions. The fatalities are probably in there, the prematalities, the infinities. All of those, I think, are some of the peppers that have surpassed that 1 million mark. There's obviously the Carolina Reaper, the 7-Pot Primo, and of course, our new reigning champ, the Pepper X, supplanting the previous reigning champ, which was the Carolina Reaper. Both of those from Smokin' Ed Curry of Puckerbutt Peppers. And so I thought, okay, what if we try to do all of them? But I don't have like Infinity, and some of the lesser known ones I don't have all of. But I do have this. This is the Hellfire Fiery Fool. This one was, as it said, and you can check out, there's a review for this as well. It called itself the hottest pepper in the world without extract. And this one has our Carolina Reaper, our 7-Pot Primo, our Scorpion, and our Ghost. So we have got a pretty wide gamut of peppers just in this sauce. So that's why I decided to go with this. This has been the last wing thing I did. This was the number 10, the hottest sauce. So what we're going to do is, this is a 2-ounce shot glass. I'm not going to try to fill it. I'm just going to, and hopefully we have enough viscosity here to make this work. Okay, I'm going to try to save the rest for the Q1 2024 wing thing, which you can check out. I'd truly love it if you did. So the idea here is to take the puffs, and I have another bag on standby in case this isn't enough. But we need 5 of these puffs. Yeah, we have enough. All right, 5 of the puffs, and we dip them in the sauce. And then I want to try to get as much coverage as possible. And if not, maybe I'll add one. See, these puffs are a little bit bigger than the amount of sauce here, so I might have to add more sauce to this. In fact, why don't I do that right now? Well, yeah, I'll throw some more in there. There. So if nothing else, I'll just consume all the sauce. All right, so this is really heavily overlaid on here. Start with number one. Well. This is not a great combination, to be honest with you. Oh. All right, number two. Oh. Oh, man. I think this is what Donnie did, is he tilted the cup and rolled it. Check out his video, which I've also got linked, if you want to see the man himself doing it. All right, we got the next one. Ugh. Ah. Oh, man, this is very unfortunate. And this isn't like a, a sanctioned challenge or anything. It's just for fun. Fun, I say. Oh, man. Oh. Wow. Out of this whole thing, I had 10 that weren't completely butchered. Okay. Here. Let's see. Well, I just soaked it on here for that one. All right, that was 5. I'm gonna eat all the sauce. Here's a half one. Man. Ugh. Oh. This sauce is good for some things, not this though. Fish. This is now 6. I just want to make sure we're using all the sauce up here. A little bit over an ounce, probably. All right. Man, that was. Oh. But wait. Wait. Stop, hold the presses. I don't hear you saying it. I'm saying it for you. What about Pepper X? Certainly that blah. Yep, that's definitely punchy. A very punchy sauce. All right. What about Pepper X? Well, we already got the Chipotle Express with Pepper X in it. And so I probably wound up having 6.5 chips with that. Good fire going. I'm not gonna lie. Here we got the Chipotle Express. See, it's a lot runnier. Oh. But hey, why don't we go for a when I just abuse myself more. Okay, this one should soak in more to the to the puff. I gotta get my timer ready here. See, I got Spidey and the timer, as always, carrying us through. We'll get to that. We'll do the afterburn here in a minute. Okay. This is the Puckerbutt Chipotle Express. Oh boy. You can see there, it's coated. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is really good. This is an excellent sauce. This Chipotle Express. For sure, this is, I think, one of my favorite sauces of 2023. Oh. All right. So I had 4 of these Superhots that held the world record in this video. So, wow, it's hot. So far. Plus the Primos. Oh, man. I'm about just trying to get it all out. Except for that one. Oh, that's hot. Whew. Yep. Wow. Well, still got a little in there, so I hate to do it, but gotta bite the bullet on this one. Oh. Lovely. All right. Whoa. Oh. Did you start? Okay. All right. Woo. Good amount of eye watering. I'm sweating. All the usual fun stuff. My tolerance is not super high right now at all.
Wow. Oh, blistering.
Fun challenge, though I will say. Try to say. I can't talk well.
Hot. Very hot.
Okay. We're done. So I think the beauty of this challenge is you can ramp up the difficulty as much as you want. It's pretty fun to just kind of play around with. If I would have just stuck with 5 and this one, it would have been probably quite a bit easier to take. Adding in the Pepper X. It's about 1 ounce of each, which is a fair amount of Superhots, I think, to go. But this one, even though this was super delicious, kind of pushed it over the edge for me, I think, a little bit there, just because of my tolerance being what it is. This one is, I like this sauce, but I didn't like it there. And that's kind of fun, you know. It's a fun thing to mix and match stuff. Kind of see where you can hit the sweet spot of the puffs paired with something that both tastes good and is going to push your tolerance, which I think is the design Donnie had in mind. Really cool idea. Definitely enjoyed doing this one for the most part. Even though my tolerance, like I said, is definitely not what it was prior to me catching a little something I couldn't throw back a few weeks ago. So, but, and it's kind of interesting watching how that, I was building my tolerance to do challenges, and it was kind of interesting watching what catching that did to my tolerance, actually. But I'm on the comeback trail. I'm trying to rebuild as it is, and this is a really cool idea to help that along. So there was a private selection Calabrian chili video I did, wherein I got a bag of Fritos and dumped hot sauce in there and shook out the bag. I think Mikey V's has recently come out with a hot chip sauce or hot sauce for chips. I haven't tried it yet, but so it's definitely a thing though, is where I'm going with this. So definitely you see chips and salsa in restaurants, and salsa is basically a word for sauce. So you can definitely kind of tinker around with different things. It's just one more application for hot sauce. And sometimes you won't like a hot sauce in certain applications, and then you just kind of throw it on that, and you're like, wow, that's actually pretty good. And part of the joy of being a chili head and a foodie for me is exploring like that. So definitely fun stuff. I urge anyone out there to give it a go. You could even try it in stages and work your way up to this where you're using super hots. Just start with like a habanero. So definitely it's fun. It's a good insertion point, I think, for some of the chili head experience. Maybe don't jump into what I just did there, because it's a little punchy. I'll just leave it at that. So, but yeah, very fun challenge. Again, outstanding idea by Donnie the Chilimancer. Check his stuff out. And we will leave off right there. But as always, go forth in peace to serve the flame.